Okay, it's time to do something about the trim on these porch posts that have been deteriorating. We've previously removed the railings between the posts that were failing. The railings weren't really needed, they were just there for the look. I think removing the railings gives it more of a modern look. There's a few things that I'm going to be doing differently that makes the trim easier to install and stronger, and I'll be adding some detail that will make it much better looking than the original. The posts are finished in cement board, so they're still in good shape, but we need to paint the posts after removing the railings. The top trim is still in good shape too, so it doesn't need to be replaced, we'll just paint over it. Figuring out how much wood is needed was easy since the posts are a couple inches short of a foot on both sides. Rounding up to a foot per side gives me about a 15% allowance for waste. 4 feet per post times 6 posts comes out to a total of 24 linear feet needed. First, I needed to prime and paint all the cedar that I needed for the job. I bought two 1x8 by 12 foot pieces of cedar, and I had them cut them in half at the store for easy hauling. I also bought 48 linear feet of 1x2 by 8 foot cedar, which came out to 6 pieces. This is twice the amount of the base trim. The reason for that is I'll be putting it around the base and also around the top of the post. As you can see, as I remove the old trim, there wasn't much holding the corners together as the miter joints were starting to fall apart. That's one thing that I'm going to be doing differently. Instead of doing miter joints on the corners, I'm going to be using butt joints. Not only does that make the joints stronger, but you don't have to deal with the difficulty of making perfect miter joints. To complete the trim, I'll put a layer of 1x2 cedar at the base. And at the top of each post. To keep the moisture away, I spaced all the trim about 1/8 of an inch up off the porch. So after a finished coat of paint and some caulk, that's as easy as it gets for repairing and upgrading the look of your posts on your porch. I should point out that even though the butt joints are easier to make than the miter joints, you still have to make sure that the corners are flush. If the overlapping piece is even just slightly longer than the piece that it overlaps, it's going to stick out like a sore thumb once the finished coat of paint is applied. So I hope you enjoyed the video and found it useful. If you did, don't forget to give it a like and hit that subscribe button, which really helps out the channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.